One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Ball carrier. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
DJ Reader brought it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That's out to the left and complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Rivers now. Flush to his right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Adam Humphries deep to return. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd down, Johnson powers through. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
The tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
He may try and run for this. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Second down now after the incompletion. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Short of the goal line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. To Johnson again. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Touchdown. Kerryon Johnson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead.
The kick is good.
It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Giants 7, Bears 9.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rivers. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Joe Schobert coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Third and long for Rivers. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this is Cook with a grab. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jared Cook. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Rivers on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And all the way to the opposite 48. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to take another shot here. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 48 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Giants 14.
Joey slide out to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And
just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
For A.J. Brown, incomplete. brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Giants 14, Bears 7.
Jackson now to throw on 3rd down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bears take over
at their own 31-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Again, Big Henry. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, Rivers. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
10 at the 23-yard line.
A first down throw here for Rivers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears draw a bit closer. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Bears 14. Joey Slice.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
3-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
33 yards that time.
Yards on the play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson shrugs him off. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brought down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier to shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Number 11.
Julio Jones.
Touchdown.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Agnew on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Rivers pass.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes
this is intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, these cornerbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
25-yard line.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is caught at the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So that one will be accepted. They go play action. Rivers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Dawson Knox. Incomplete.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Rivers again. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to let it go again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Looking deep for Julio. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Cameron Jordan made the tackle.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Play. 2nd and 10. At the Bears' 42.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kenneth Murray in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Rivers, good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing, Rivers. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Gain of 20. And the Giants first down.
They go play action here on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown.
An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. Rivers. Complete. It's Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
That's good.
6 yards there. First down, Chicago.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Henderson now on first and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Down at the 35.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
He was brought down by
Von Bell up to make the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Field goal. A 42-yard.
Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Rolling to his right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson, and he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 33. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Taken down at the 33.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
New York.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, his Pro Bowl tight end, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brings up
4th down. Here's Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jared Cook, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
As the calendar keeps turning, I always hope that someone tells me that I get better with age. But Jared Cook is absolutely doing that. 33 years old back in April. Had a career-high 9 touchdown catches last year in just 14 games. And that was second only to Mark Andrews of the Ravens. Jared Cook, a Pro Bowler after the 2019 season.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the side.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown.
Adam Vinatieri for the extra.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
To return, here's Agnew. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The return. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Derrick Henry.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 29, Rivers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Rivers on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. To the air again here, Rivers. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll throw again, Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing the Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
The Giants on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Agnew now to return. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
So second and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll try to throw here. Rivers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Mike 57. What's the curl? What's the curl? What's the curl? Hey, check Mike 57. Room. Hey, we got to get this stuff.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 4-yard line.
Jackson now down around his goal line. Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he finds Cook. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown.
Jared Cook. 60 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Rivers. And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
55. Bears 21. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
New York.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last shot now for Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Today's final score, Giants 60.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to